Hello everyone, welcome back to Experimental Satisfactory. So it's been a few days, a few updates here since we've made our train video, and as you can see both trains are moving again. Just a note, after that episode I restarted the game and the other train started moving again, so it was just a glitch. But there's been a few updates here since the last video, and it seems they've fixed a lot. They've added some visualizations. Look at that, you can even see a sign on the train station from here. So they've made fast improvements too. Now the last episode I did say I was going to AFK and let our storage build up here. We got tons of supercomputers now. What I was doing was I was just AFKing, and I noticed after a couple of hours the frame rate would drop to like nothing, and I even did an overnight. As you can see, we got lots of computers and stuff. We're only making one per minute, so that's a lot of minutes. But we, after a couple hours, the frame rates are dropping really bad. We've got tons of frames here too. The frame rates are dropping really bad. So I decided, you know, kind of wait until they came out with a few fixes, because this happened on the last experimental too, that the performance of the game was just really bad, and I've had some issues with the recording here too, but hopefully this turns out alright, because I really don't feel like remaking this video. Love playing the game, but remaking videos sucks. So what I was doing when I was AFKing, I unattached our main supply line here of just all of our random stuff. As you can see, it's all mixed in like crazy. I took this off of the production line so that the other stuff wouldn't fill it up and stop it while I was offline. But we can get those going now. And wow, we got quite a bit of oscillators in there too. So other than that, not much else has happened. Just a lot of AFKing. I kind of took a look around, took a look at new features. But we've had an update actually since I've last been able to play it last too. So let's check this out here. Oh, I love the sounds of the trains. The trains are awesome. So apparently you can dismantle the trains now. I do think they have to be in an actual station. But from rumors, from what I hear, not rumors, but from what I hear, the max speed is 150. Oh, there's a ladder up to here. The max speed is 150. And you can now put an engine at the front and the back of the train and have it go back and forth on a straight line instead of having to do the loop thing here, which is actually a lot nicer, because these loops take up a lot of room and they're a little harder to do. The other thing too that they've added is railways. They now clip to roads. I don't have all the stuff I need on me, but if you look, it's actually clipping now. You see the little increments changing every time I go. So that's really freaking cool. It doesn't snap. Oh wait, there is no guidelines to snap it to. I wonder if you can snap it to other rail guidelines. Anyway, this now snaps to foundations, which should make placing this a lot easier than it was before. So last episode, where we ended was I haven't unlocked tier 7 yet. For all the nuclear and stuff. So we're going to start this episode laying down some track, getting a train station going, and preparing for nuclear power here. So we're going to go over to here. I need 1,000 frames in here. Computers, not a problem. I have probably millions of computers, so that's not a big deal. And you know what, the one thing I did forget to check that entire time? I forgot to check to see if we had 1,000 motors. We might not even have that, so I might have to make those stupid things by hand. I'm going to go get rid of these extra frames here, go get a whole bunch of computers, and grab some motors too. As it turns out, we had enough motors, so we're good. I'm thinking here, once we get our main projects done, oh, I had just enough motors on me too. Once we get our main projects done, we'll go and make a motor factory too, because this is probably something we're going to keep needing a lot of. Now I did produce a lot of at the start, but we tore down that factory to make way for other factories. But without further ado, let's go get this sealed and send it off. There we go. Oh, I have not seen this animation in a while. Whoa, did they change it? Oh, that looks so cool. I love it. Wow, I think they did change it. That's crazy. Is that new? Or am I just the first time seeing this at night? Or it's been so long since I've seen this. That's neat though. I like that. It's cool. Okay, so someone said to check out the storage on these things here too. Someone said the storage changed? Unavailable in early access. Oh, well, that's the next stage. I was like, what? Okay. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to here, our hub, and check out what we got. So first up, we have nuclear power. We have nuclear power plant, which apparently does not have an icon yet. Uranium cell, electromagnetic control rods. We all know what this is, right? We've watched HBO. Nuclear fuel rod, hazmat suit, which doesn't have a thing. Iodine infused filter, scanner update, caterium ore, and uranium. Okay, so we're like pretty much ready. We have to go grab some more frames. I'm gonna go grab some more motors and some more computers because both of these take the exact same. 200 each, 400 each, and 200 each. So that's not too hard. Let me go get some stuff together here and we'll be right back. Alright, so I've had to make a whole bunch of motors here. Let's take a quick look and see how many I have. This is how I like the quick way to count them. Just drag them over, drag them back into my inventory, and I have 740 motors. I'm actually 60 short of the whole entire thing. Now, I think we're actually doing A-OK on frames right now. I do believe this is a machine here. No, that one's making our plates. Where is... oh, the pipe machine's right over here. Here it is. It's right here. So I do think right now we are actually A-OK on frames. So what I'm going to do is divert our pipe usage from here into our main storage again, because I've used up our backup storage of pipes. So there we go. So now all of the pipes being made will now go out and go to storage. So by the time we do a few things, I should be able to come back and make the extra motors we need. Now motors are really tedious, so making a motor production floor I think is going to be high on my list, because I did see those turbo motors too. So I think like a hybrid turbo motor floor mixed in with a normal motor, because I'm assuming a turbo motor takes normal motors plus turbo on it, right? So we'll see. Anyway, that's all in the future here. I'm going to stash those away for now and we'll come back to that. But we do have some unlocking to do now. Let me fly right on over here and try not to get hit by the train. Beautiful. And let's get this thing unlocked here. So we want to unlock first... it's so hard here. I think this makes a little more sense to unlock right away. Why is this down here? That's a little odd. But I want to do this because I want to make the trains come into here. Now, this one here has like the MK5, the Mark V stuff. Radio controlled unit. Oh, cool. Okay, we'll have to look at that later. So we're going to select this milestone first and get this one unlocked. And then come back and do the other one another time. Here we go. Let's slap all our computers into there. Then we'll slap our motors in. It's too bad we just barely didn't have enough to do both. But that's okay because I do think... yeah, we got like 16 minutes to wait.
With the provided
okay, so if you notice too, I believe this is a recent change. I didn't notice this before, but you can actually search for a recipe now. So instead of having to scroll through the whole entire friggin' list, you guys know how that is, you can actually look it up. Look at that, we have hazmat suit. For a hazmat suit, we need some rubber, we need some plastic, aluminum, and fabric. So we actually cannot make the hazmat suit until we've unlocked the second. Yeah, look at that. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit of a progress. So I'm going to have to make 60 more motors. So we have some time. I do know where there is uranium. It's in that tunnel straight down that way. So what we need to actually do is make some explosives and then go and make some explosives for when we can get close to those rocks to blow them up, because I believe we have to blow them up to get through them. And then we can start laying down the track, and by that time I should be able to make the rest of the motors that we need. So I'm going to make a temporary storage container right here, and then we'll get going with that. So I went through our storage here a little bit and cherry picked some stuff out. We can actually toss that coal, I don't need it. Let me store here. So we have a little bit of black powder left, that is okay. We have 10 of the actual TNT and the detonator here. Now I don't know how to say that properly. I think it's Nobelisk? I don't even know. I honestly don't know how to say that one properly. But we have everything to blow it up, and if you look, I found some more steel pipes. I found 25 motors kicking around, and I found some more rotors and stuff too. So I'm gonna see if we just can't squeak together what we need for this, because we still have 8 minutes to kill before the pod comes back. So this might actually help kill that. Okay, so I was able to make 63 of these. So that actually should be just enough to actually do the whole research, which is really, really nice. I'm going to go ahead, dump this stuff over here, and take a run back, and actually split up my production of pipes. You know what? I'm going to let the pipes run for a while, let it fill up again, all nice, because I might have to come back and make some more motors later, which is more definitely a possibility than anything else. Okay, so there we go. Next step is to actually go and figure out where we want our train station, because our tower of power is going to be in behind here, in behind this little land formation. We're going to make the factory down there, and then the tower of power either on top of it or beside it or somewhere around. But there will be a giant nuclear tower coming out of there. I think it's going to look really cool. Okay, well, I'm going to get together a whole bunch of supplies, and I'll see you guys over there. So I'm in my factory here and kind of going over all of the stuff we need. Now I grabbed 300 pipes out of this storage over here. We're actually making a decent amount. Oh, look at that. It's already stacked up to like 44. There's a couple left over there. Now we're going to need these to lay down our rail too. So we're going to need pipes like crazy here coming up. So I think pipes is something I'm going to have to concentrate on solely. Like this one over here, I do believe maybe slightly overclocked. No, it's slightly underclocked. It's running at 100% though. Do we still have... Yeah, we still have steel behind it. So I'm actually going to go ahead and crank it up so it's producing, what was that, 15 per minute? 15 per minute. There we go. Now that should help. But this thing here at 13.5 was feeding this perfectly. So I think I might... Do we have enough room for another constructor in here? Production, let's go with a constructor, and no, just not enough room. But if I do move this over, I can add another one in here and put one straight into the main line so that we can use it for storage, and then one that will go over to here, so to feed that. So I'm going to take this out here and just take a second aside and make 2 of these, because I see the future of need, and I really dislike making things by hand. Alright, there we go. So a little bit of a side detour here, but it didn't take too long, and in my opinion it's probably worth it. I might want to clog this up a bit too. Let's put that up to 100% so we have these things running. Okay, so wait, how much at 100% this putting out? It hasn't produced any, so I don't know. Okay, so this one here, we got to tell it to produce steel pipes. There we go, steel pipes, filling her up all nice. Awesome. And we're going to go steel pipes on this one here too. Now, I moused over something, and oh, look at this, power shard. It shows you, oh my goodness. Standard recipe, 6 per minute, 8 per minute, 15 per minute. Oh, that is really cool. Wait, can you put fully colored slugs instead of breaking them down into the machine, or do 3 purples count as... I'm gonna have to look at that. That looks new. Okay, so both of these take up, what, 15 per minute to produce at 100%? Yep. And this is making us 30 per minute. Look at that, it's perfect. 100% efficient. Plan that one out. Okay, so this one here is feeding directly into our main system, which is good because we're going to need lots of those. And this one here is actually feeding directly into here, which needs 13.5 per minute. So we can actually underclock this one a little bit here. I think we had it at 90 was 13.5. Yep, there we go. Okay, awesome. So little detour done. We have everything I think we need now to go ahead and start our train. Our train crap here. Now, fortunately, too, because we're going to need power over here, I've actually had power running down here at one point. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't. There we go. Sweet. So now we have power running. This goes like all the way up that tunnel, back around to the swamps. I'm glad I never really did too much in the swamp. I found that one oil node, but it was garbage. It took forever to get to. It was actually quite the journey. But this is the area over here where I want to make the plant. So we'll have the train coming up this way, probably up this slope. For the train itself, I want to keep it as nice and neat to the landscape as I can, just so it looks like an actual train system. So we'll have it come up this way and maybe make the train station right here and then the plant back here. And then I don't want the tower of power too close to our base. So maybe we'll put it right here. This might be a good spot for a tower of power, depending on how big the nuclear plants are. I haven't even looked at them yet. Oh, and apparently there's a new foundation here too. An 8x1 meter foundation. Look at that. I know a lot of people are like, what's so special about that? Nothing, but I love it. Absolutely love it. We're not going to use those though. We're going to use the thicker ones here for the train station. Actually, what's nice about those is if you look at the thicker ones, these ones actually get a lot closer to the ground, where the ground is relatively flat. So I think right here is a good place to start this with the 8x1 foundations. Okay, so looking at this, I forgot how absolutely huge the train station is, but I want to place this down here. It looks like it is placing down on the foundations. It is placed down there nicely. Oh, and it even placed nicely over here too. Oh, look at that. It went into the grass. Actually, I really like how that turned out. It looks actually really fantastic. Okay, so we got our first train station down. This one is called Falkiopings. I don't know how to say that properly, but apparently these are all actual train stations in Finland, I believe it is. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one, but we're going to rename this one here to oops, my caps lock is on. Unattended crates. There we go. And that is the name. Oh, did I not do it right? No, I didn't do it right, damn it. Okay, so this time I pressed enter and kind of clicked off of it. So let's see if that worked. Did it stick? Yeah, look at that. We now have a station named Unattended Crates. And just as a side note, if we can have these at the train stations, can you please give it to us on the storages? Pretty please, or just signs period that we can use to maybe name entrances and plants and just general directions. That to me is something I think that would come up in like an update where they put in the glass walls and the glass windows and stuff, because they're just not ready to go, right? Okay, so there we go. We have our first train station, but we need a cargo unloading spot here. So the train station apparently is headed out this way, so a train would come into it. All wrong? I don't even know. Where do you put the unload? Well, the train would come in here, and then we'll have it unload, and then it would leave, right? So it doesn't really matter which side they're on. So we're gonna build a couple freight platforms back here. I'm gonna put one here, some more foundations down, and then we'll put another one in because it lines up so perfectly here. Like it goes right into the landscape, all nice. Oh. Oh no, I'm not sure if I can actually forgive that. Oh wait. We might be okay. They're like double storages, I think. Yeah, it's like double storage. Okay, so we're okay. We'll use the top ones, I guess. There we go. Not so bad. And let's get these foundations down. Okay, there we go. We have the second foundation now. It just starts going into the ground a little bit here, but I can honestly actually completely deal with that. That's not that big of a deal at all. Look at this, our first actual train station. With all the glitches they fixed in the last few updates, I actually feel pretty confident that we can build this without destroying our game or having to rebuild everything. So let's take our rail here. Let's see how far this will bring us. I want to make it too so that it doesn't look like it's clipping through the ground too far. Here we go. Keep coming down like this. I think the trick is to kind of look at it straight on and then curve it as you need and kind of just keep it short so you don't have any weird bends or where it has to make a super long bend and then ends up off the ground, but it still clips pretty damn well, in my opinion, to the ground. Like, look at this. Look at this. We already have rail going down and around. This is awesome. I can see how far I can make it with this many pipes on me, and then we'll put some trains down on this. Oh, and we've ran out of pipe, but look how far I was actually able to get this this rail down here. Now there's a few places like right here where it wiggles a little bit, but that's kind of me just trying to adjust it to the landscape so that it hugged the landscape and you didn't really get any weird angles. But I don't mind that actually too much. I think it looks natural. I like how it lines up to the landscape, and like, look at that. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna get back up home and we'll grab some more pipes, make a locomotive, and attach some freight cars to it, and continue this. Before we get any further here, we have to go and do our research, our discovery here, our milestones. So we should be able to do the Bayer process now. Yep. Okay. Awesome. I'm gonna grab what we need here. 200. We have some more stuff around the corner here, and we'll get this unlocked. And there we go. So we have
Milestone reached. A new generation of parts and building upgrades is now available, most of which are aluminum based.
Okay, well, I guess that's it. It's not going to say anything else. But that means now we have to start an aluminum plant too. We're going to have to start producing aluminum and stuff. So this should be interesting. This unlocks so much more for us. And in order actually to do our hazmat suit, if we take a look, I did show this earlier, but in order to do that, we're going to need some aluminum sheets. So we could probably make these by hand. It's only 50, but that means we're going to have to figure all that out. So that's a lot of work. Okay, so I got some pipes here, and we got the train. Let's go ahead and throw our locomotive down and our freight cars. I'd just like to know here too, there is 2 pure iron nodes right here. So if we need any more iron, I'm actually going to come back here and we'll take it from here. Actually, for our plant back here, no, this is where all the nuclear is going to be. So yeah, no, we'll make another floor for the aluminum stuff. Okay, so in order to do this, I'm going to go ahead and put down the freight cars first. We're going to put one in each station. We got one here. We got one here. And it does look like they snap together when you put them down. So I think as long as you put them down all in sequence, they should snap together just fine. There we go. Look at that. So we have a locomotive. 2 freight cars on it. Are we able to drive it with oh, see? It's going the wrong way. How in the world did I end up making the freight train face that direction? That's kind of funny. I think I did it wrong. That's okay though. We'll go backwards and then we'll go forwards here. Wow, look at our speed. We're already up to 116, 120, 130. Holy crap. 150, 153, Okay, wow, this thing can go faster. 160. Wow, that's insane. And just comes to a stop. Love it. Can I still go forward? I didn't come off the track? Nice. This is so much fun to mess with. So it does look like these things will easily go backwards and forwards, but I think to automate it, you need to have one train facing forward on the front and one facing backwards on the back, if that makes any sense to you guys. But damn, that looks just right solid. Like, look at this. 100 kilometers going uphill. That's insane. That is truly awesome. And you could push them and you could pull them, which I actually really like too. Imagine you could do extremely complex systems where you can get trains to like disconnect the freight cars and then reconnect them back up. That would actually be all sorts of epic. But yeah, I totally put this thing on backwards. Oops. Can I disassemble it? Yes, you can disassemble it right in the station. Okay, nice. That's how to do it. Alright, so let's try that again. We're going to do 2 freight cars, but I think we need to be looking in this direction. I don't know how to tell what the front of a freight car is. So let's go 2 freight cars and we'll do the electric. There we go. Okay, so maybe placing the locomotive first might be a good idea. That way you can tell which direction these are going in. So this thing now should be going straight out of unattended crates. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Okay. There we go. And we have a initial system done. Now that I've moved this, so what I'm wondering is if I put another locomotive down, if it'll... Oh, it doesn't look like it made connection. Or maybe it does. Maybe it does. It looks like it. Let's try this again here. Okay, we're gonna go forward. It is! Oh, 6, so it is. It's pulling the other train. So now we can have one locomotive going one way and one going the other way. That's actually really sick. Cool. Okay, well that really makes me happy about the loco. Ooh, nuts. About the trains. So now we have trains going in opposite directions, attached to each other at the same end, so we don't have to do stupid loops. And they can go from station to station instead of having to do... Like, if this was one station and it continued, but I want this train to only come to this station and go back to another one, I can do that now without having to put like another loop out here and having it try to figure that out. So that's actually really awesome. Next step now. I need to build that track. I don't think it's going to take long, honestly, from how long I had to place it down. To get to the uranium, and we need to blow that up so we can actually get to it, I believe. But we can't do that without our hazmat suit and stuff. So we desperately need our hazmat suit. So we're gonna have to take a look here at what it's gonna take to make aluminum. So we will hop down in. Now I'm sure aluminum takes 2 alloys. I can't remember off the top of my head what exactly it needs, but we'll go to a smelter and try to figure this out. Okay, so of course for it's in the foundry, not the smelter, I'm sorry. So for this we're gonna need bauxite, so I'm gonna have to go and find some bauxite and automate it, or just go and chip some for now. And silica, derived from quartz, commonly used in structural materials and microelectronics. Okay, so that's something else that's brand new too that we're gonna have to make. So we're gonna have to make this to make aluminum. So it looks like we're gonna actually have to add a second floor to here too, and bring bauxite over. Yeah, because I'm not gonna right now make a whole plant just for one item, because we did that for the computers. Like we're making something like 24 computers a minute and 25 encased beams a minute. Those were because I had reached the end game for what was out at the moment, and little challenges, right? But right now I think I'm more concerned about getting like personal production and storage up before I build any large projects. So that means I'm gonna have to add a whole extra floor of this building. That's gonna take me a little while, and I don't think I can make making that by hand would be a pain in the butt. What do we make that out of? Will it tell me if I hover over it off the foundry? That would actually be incredibly helpful. So we're gonna go aluminum ingot, and it just tells what the standard recipe is. So it's one item, so we can assume it's made in, I think I was using, yeah, regular steel for this. It's just made in one of these here, constructor. So we're going to go to recipe and we're going to look, and there we go. Awesome. We already have a main line of quartz coming in, so that's not a big deal. It's right here, which is really handy. We just need to go up another floor with it. And I need to find some bauxite and get that automated. So there's a whole nother episode like right there. So in between episodes, I'm going to go ahead, add another floor to this building, and it's going to be our bauxite floor, or our aluminum floor. And get ready for the next episode here, because we can't get enriched uranium until I can get my hazmat suit going on, and we don't have bauxite, so happy finding that. Let's go ahead and actually ping. We'll send a quick ping for bauxite. Did I see geyser? Oh, there's a geyser ping now. Cool. See how long it takes to find one. I'm going to look actually on the Satisfactory map just to really reduce discovery time trying to find it. Wow, 1564 seems to be the closest so far. And then there's two which seem rather close to each other in that direction. Wow, okay, so it is going to be a little bit of a journey for the bauxite, which actually, maybe I'll make a train to the bauxite and then bring it back here, and then make another station coming off this way that it can go to. Oh yeah, we can make like a little triple thing over there. Make a train station coming over to here, bringing in materials down here, and then we can have all the materials being lifted up to the floors here. Oh, I'm getting the chills thinking about what we can do. If you guys are excited for it, let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. But I have ran out of time for recording today's episode. I unfortunately have to edit and rush my butt to work. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. Happy Canada Day to my fellow Canadians. And happy America Day. Independence Day on the 4th to my United States peoples. Peace out, guys. Have a good one. Stay classy. Remember, especially on experimental, back up them game saves. Peace out. See you later. Fist boop.